win, go win, go win, go win, go win, man, go win.
Let's transition and go out to a big-time matchup in Buffalo as Baker Mayfield and the 6-3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the 6-3 Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored by 5.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Buffalo. The over-under for this matchup is 49.5 points. So let's start off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are 6-3 entering this game. They are leading the NFC South. And in Week 10, they lost against the New England Patriots 28-3 in a very, very competitive game. Bucs came up short. Obviously, Baker Mayfield is their quarterback for the season. Baker Mayfield, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2,192 passing yards, completing 64% of his passes, leading their receiving room. Emeka Egbuka has been balling as a rookie for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He leads them in every major statistical category at receiver, 40 receptions, 677 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns. And I'm looking at this Buccaneers running game. Right now, they are averaging only 100 yards per game rushing the football, which is ranked 25th. That's mainly because Bucky Irvin has been out for the last few weeks. Now, they still got Rachaad White, but when Bucky Irvin and Rachaad White are both healthy, that makes the Buccaneers more explosive in the running game. Also, in their overall offense, they're averaging 24 points per game, which is ranked 11th. But they have not had Mike Evans or Chris Godwin both playing together on the field all season. And to me, that's been an issue for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their passing game. Now, we know Baker Mayfield has elevated himself to being a lock as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Baker Mayfield is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL right now. But he's only been able to rely on Emeka Egbuka. And once the Buccaneers get back Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and pair Evans and Godwin with Egbuka, that trio at receiver, to me, will be the best trio of wide receivers in the NFL on a team. Emeka Egbuka, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin will be the best trio of receivers on a team in the NFL. And so, to me, I believe the Buccaneers are contenders in the NFC, but they are sleepers right now that could become true contenders once Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Bucky Irvin return back to the field, because they can help Baker Mayfield within this Buccaneers offense. Now, defensively, they do great against the run. They only give up 101 rushing yards per game, which is ranked 11th. But they struggle against the pass. They give up 233 passing yards per game. That's ranked 24th in the NFL. So they got to do a better job in the passing game defensively if they want to improve as a defense. I thought Drake May had a lot of success against that Buccaneers defense. He went 16 for 31. He had over 265 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Drake May, that is, against that Buccaneers defense in Week 10. So they got to get better defensively. And head coach Todd Bowles, his signature is defense. So I expect that Buccaneers defense to get better as the season wanes. Now, on the flip side, the Buffalo Bills, they are 6-3 heading into this game. They are second in the AFC East right now. In Week 10, they had a very, very disappointing performance against the Miami Dolphins. They came up short in Miami, 30-13, after falling behind 16-0 in the first half. They are led by that quarterback, Josh Allen. Josh Allen for the season. 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 2,139 passing yards, completing 70% of his passes. But Josh Allen, honestly, is not the strength of their football team. He's the best player of their football team, but the strength of their football team is their rushing attack featuring James Cook. James Cook for the season, 166 carries, 920 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns. So he's the best player on their offense besides Josh Allen. And right now, the Buffalo Bills rushing attack with James Cook is ranked first in the NFL. So it's going to be strength on strength when the Bills offense and the Buccaneers defense are both on the field. Because the Bills, they run the football at an elite level with James Cook. And the Buccaneers defensively, they do a great job against the run. They're ranked 11th in the NFL, and they only give up 101 rushing yards per game. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. The Bills run offense against the Buccaneers rush defense. Bills rush offense versus the Buccaneers rush defense. That's going to be interesting. Obviously, I don't really trust the Bills receivers, but I love their tight ends in Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. I believe they are two of the best tight ends we have in the NFL, and they both play for the Buffalo Bills. So I don't really trust their receiving room with Keon Coleman and Shakir and Samuel, but I trust their tight ends. I really like their tight ends. The Bills, they average 28 points per game, which is ranked 6th in the NFL. Now, defensively, they struggle against the run, unlike the Buccaneers. The Bills, they give up 148 rushing yards per game, which is ranked 30th in the NFL. And Achane for the Dolphins in Week 10, he had 174 rushing yards against that Bills defense. So Sean McDermott, the head coach for the Bills, he has to make it a priority to improve this Buffalo Bills run defense. They got to do a better job. They got to do a better job in their run defense. On their run defense up front, you got Dewan Walker, Daquan Jones, okay? You got Joey Bosa as well, Matt Milano as your linebacker. So they got to do a better job up front in that front seven with Milano, with Bosa, with Walker, with Jones at being able to stop the run. You got to be able to stop the run. But overall, I believe the Bills are a playoff team in the AFC, and they still could win the AFC East. I'm not sold yet on the New England Patriots and Drake May being the clear-cut best team in the AFC East right now. I still believe Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills will have a lot to say about who wins the AFC East. And we know the Bills are a playoff team in the AFC. They just got to figure out a way to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. But this is going to be a very, very interesting game between two playoff teams and two really, really good quarterbacks in Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen. But because Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are at home, I'm rolling with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to beat Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going Josh Allen, 28, Baker Mayfield, 24.